Okay, so Kennedy spoke last night at the Libertarian Convention. And okay, so I don't know. I suppose we could be parsing words here, but if you're there, okay, so there is an election for president 2024. Kennedy is running as an independent, not a libertarian. Um, he came on as just this decent person under, I think, really as someone that we were like, wow, this is great. A truly freedom candidate. His campaign manager was Dennis Kucinich, who was a Dem, I believe, in Congress for many years. A freedom guy, a Dem. Sometimes was wacky, but if you really go back now and look at some of his votes, they were okay compared to what we're dealing with today. Okay, so then it refuses to say what happened between them, but I believe he was fired. He brings in a CIA operative by the name of Amaryllis Fox, who looks like the slut next door, you know, who's hanging out with his son, and it happened, and then they got married. So he brings in his daughter-in-law, who's former CIA. The whole campaign changes for the worse. He begins to take his platform is bullshit, and I have read it. We could go to it, but I want you to hear. He shows up. Let me scale this back. He shows up last night at the Libertarian Convention, an hour late. The problem is that his planning for this speech was not good. If you're the new kid on the block, which he is, running as an independent, I mean, he's not going anywhere. He destroyed his campaign. I don't believe he takes this shit seriously. All he does is he sits in a chair. I think he's on performance enhancing drugs. Look at his shoulders, 70 years old or whatever. He sits in a chair and then he like leans back, sticks his neck back, and looks at people and does a podcast. And that's all he's doing. Oh, I think I'll go on Joe Rogan and Tim Pool. Oh, Tim Pool? You can't get more fed than that, you know? All right. Then you have Trump that is so far from his 2016 campaign. All he talks about is immigration. And then the latest was this one killed me. He's in the Bronx and he is talking to people in the Bronx who have real problems, who need jobs, who need their prices lowered, who are suffering from inflation. You have the first woman that comes on and says, hey, look, man, I have to choose between my laundry and eating a meal. And yeah, I'm in that place right now too. Yeah, I could borrow money from my mom, I suppose. But I mean, it's so outrageous that it's hard to even pay for some of this stuff because it's just so overpriced. You don't even want to buy. You're just like, oh my God, I'm paying like $4 for an apple, you know? So you have Kennedy in the Bronx talking about, or excuse me, Trump in the Bronx talking about, and I quote, military-aged men from China crossing the border with a camp stove. Are they going to make an army and fight us? Are they here to form an army to kill us all? I don't think so. 40,000 million people in this country. It's just, you come to my neighborhood, even if you went into the Bronx like that, which has been compared to the neighborhood I live in. And yeah, I don't think you'd really get past certain areas here without being fired down by if you can just make it through the hood, good luck. Okay, I mean, we've already got mini armies in every city anyway. So, no, I'm not afraid that people from China are going to. I am afraid of a false flag type operation where it's blamed on Hamas, but it's actually our own CIA, Mossad, MI6 doing it. I could see that. But no, I'm not worried about China. I'm sure shit not worried about Russia. If I wasn't, in the midst of a health crisis at the moment with regard to my broken pelvis, I would consider, taking a trip there. It looks interesting, if anything. Yeah, I would. No, I'm not afraid of these countries. I think the U.S. is afraid of them because they are overtaking us. Because they are, I don't want to say they're not populist. They're not the same types of leadership and same types of political structure there, but they're people. The Chinese government is for the Chinese people. The Russian government is for the Russian people. And that includes people that voted in a legal referendum to be a part of Russia, like the Donbass region. And the US is like, nah, we don't like that. We're going to come in here and we're just going to totally provoke you for like 10, 12, 14 years, which is what they did. Oh, and it was Russia that started everything because they want to overtake Europe. I don't believe that. I'm not worried about that. Hamas. Who created Hamas? Okay. Who created ISIS? Do a Yandex search. Do an advanced search. And don't just look at your standard NBC, CNN shit. Keep scrolling until you can see an alternative media site. Even like Al Jazeera or RT will give you a more interesting viewpoint of that I believe is more accurate. There's another thing. Oh, all this stuff that happened in Iran and that led up to 9/11, that didn't happen in the 8 months Bush was in office. And that, that's actually one of the reasons why I don't even want to go on that Twitter X app anymore. I absolutely hate it. I won't even answer the replies anymore. I'm like, I don't even care. The notifications, they're so bad. I mean, no one looks at my stuff. No one cares about what I post. I think I'm being shadow banned, frankly. Because when I first came back, I was getting like hundreds of liked videos a day. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. And then I was being shadow banned because I went on another account to see. And I started sending tweets over to them and I couldn't even get them. And then I knew I was. And then I went off the account, waited about 2 weeks, came back, and then I was able to see my tweets, but I'm pretty sure they're being suppressed. I don't even care. Or my posts, my original posts that I'm doing. No one's reading them. I don't think anybody sees them. So then you just say, what's the point? All right, so you have Kennedy coming on as an independent candidate to the Libertarian Convention, comes in there an hour late, And just try to listen if you can. I think they kind of amped up the crowd because I heard it in another video where it sounded different. But he comes in an hour late, and on his, which is really a stupid thing, where see where he's standing, see where his head is. I don't think he's that tall. The only thing when a camera comes in, the only thing they're going to see is ANA, H maybe. They're going to see this on top, but it should say Kennedy through here and then redo the logo. I understand it's on top, and if you're looking from a distance, it's going to, but no one knows who Shanahan is. I sense she's giving him a lot of money. And then the future starts now. You can hardly see it. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. Okay. First rookie mistake. He didn't even have a team come on to get his mic prepared for him before he got on the stage. He's so proud of the performance-enhancing drugs he's taken that he wants the whole world to see his body, but no one cares. I mean, you think anybody cares? He cares because I believe he has a serious case of narcissistic personality disorder. All right, now watch. I see a lot of report. Look at this. So first he starts fucking with the microphone for actually a good period of time.
Can you hear me?
Then can you hear me?
I
want everyone to see my body and know that I'm taking PEDs and I'm doing push-ups every day.
Very, very happy to be.
So what do you see when you see this backdrop? Ha! Ha! You see? Ha! Ha! This is he sabotaged himself.
Be here today. I'm going to speak about the United States Constitution.
You might look fit. Well, I think you look like you're taking drugs, but you sound ill.
Can you hear me?
Haha. Look at that.
Very, very happy to be here today.
Ha ha.
I'm going to speak about the United States Constitution, and particularly the Bill of Rights. A lot of people don't realize that the Articles of the Constitution don't grant citizens any rights or freedoms whatsoever.
No.
That was a real problem to some of the founding fathers, particularly to George Mason. Mason wrote a pamphlet during the Constitutional Convention.
All I'm seeing is a guy he's looking, his prompter and notes and script is on the floor, and then it says, ha ha.
That opposed the new government, and that pamphlet was so convincing that the other framers of the Constitution felt that it was too much of a hazard.
Oh, he is not serious at all.
And that the Constitution was in danger at that point of not being ratified. And that's when James Madison came to the rescue by drafting the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution.
He's looking, instead of looking out into the crowd, he's looking down on the floor. Let me just double check this on my computer. This is most ridiculous ha with him looking down on the floor.
Originally, Madison felt that the Bill of Rights were unnecessary because it was obvious to him that the government couldn't exert powers that the Constitution had not assigned to it.
Okay, I'm already sleeping. I mean, it's important, but this is supposed to be a jazzed up event to get people to vote for you or to have interest in you as a candidate. Or I don't know. Look at okay.
That did not come under
I went in. He's still looking at the floor.
During the COVID pandemic was the Second Amendment. And many Americans believe that the reason for that
Wait a
is
minute.
because
one eye looks open. His left eye looks like it's half shut, but let's keep going.
we have a Second Amendment. Incidentally, President Trump also assaulted the First Amendment.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, let's bash Trump.
President Biden.
No, it's just like when Bush was in office, bashing Bush. Yeah, he bashed Trump. Bravo. And by the way, I'm not voting this time. As of right now, I am not. I'm sitting it out. As of right now. As of now, I have a few months to go, but as of today, right now, and I'll tell you why in a moment.
Was colluding with the FBI to coerce the social media sites, Google, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the FBI.
Okay, so we already know that came out in WikiLeaks and all that, or in that shit that Elon was putting up, Twitter, whatever. I don't even care anymore because it's still being managed and it will be managed. And don't let it fool you. Don't let any of these people fool you. This ain't going away. And he's getting nowhere. Ha. What an idiot. This is the biggest idiot ever.
And only under a system that...
And he's looking down still. And it gets worse as it goes on. Is my computer running? Double check. Damn internet again. Okay.
And they had a dial on the table in front of it, and they were told that dial was applying an electric shock, to a subject who sat in the other room, who was actually
he's talking about MK Ultra,
occupying the bully pulpit.
He's looking on the floor at a prompter with a big sign that goes "haha" behind him. Okay.
To those.
I mean, this was just, bad. Let's see if we can get a shot of the crowd at the end.
Or 2 centuries.
Okay, I'm already.
Right.
I mean, I am so uninspired. It's crazy. There's no applause. There is no. Maybe 25 people there clapping. Okay. Then we get to this. This was from yesterday. She's now backing Trump because she wants to get her ass back into the deep state to fuck him over from within. If he does this, as of right now, Nikki Haley was never a hopeful for jack fucking shit. What is it? Presidential hopeful? Hopeful for who? Come on. Please stop using. Miss Haley was previously the United Nations ambassador. Yes, she was fired. She failed. And all she did was act on the behalf of Israel the whole time. That's all she did. Trump wanted to get the U.S. out of the UN. He used to say some really good stuff. Not anymore. She would be supporting her former boss and opponent while calling President Joe Biden's presidency a catastrophe. But when she was running for president just like a few months ago, she stabbed him in the back multiple times and claimed she would not. So what is up with that? She is heavily funded by the Mossad and by the state of Israel, and she will be controlled by them inside a Trump administration. I can't vote for that. That shit's going to happen anyway with Blinken and Newland. And people say, well, Newland isn't there anymore. Yeah, but she is, though, I think. I don't think she's formally left yet. Or she's formally given her resignation, but she's still hanging out there. Where is she? I don't think she's wearing a bikini on a beach somewhere. Trump responded, I think she's going to be on our team because we have a lot of the same ideas and the same thoughts. If Trump said this, I appreciated what she said. We had a nasty campaign, but she's capable. No, she's not. What's she capable of? And I'm sure she's going to be on our team in some form. Absolutely. That's because someone is telling him to do it and telling him to say that. Well, Trump, guess what? You lost my vote because I'm not voting. I'm just not. I'm not going out. I'm not doing it again. I'm just not. Some guy in a sweatshirt, the short hair cut, longer, short on the sides, long on top, beard, wax brows, black sweatshirt. Weird facial hair pattern. Well, let's listen to it. Then we have this. And so I read online that Trump is going to be booed. He was asked not to be there, blah, 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 blah. And as usual,
especially on this Memorial weekend,
it's not Memorial, it's Memorial Day. This one, unfortunately, I can't listen to her. They had a guy named Brian on there who was really good. And somehow they forced him off. I think because he was becoming anti-war and starting to question things. Oops, you're gone.
Again, they hire veterans. They love our country. They love the people who have fought for our country. Another reason to support Angel Pace and our conservative values with that company. It's like or Trump to 989898 to claim your free information kit.
The place is packed with people. They're drinking beer. I saw them running around with cocktails and shit. It's just not, people are running around with MAGA hats. It's another event where the press, in advance of the event, tried to talk it down. Oh, it's not going to work. Kennedy is handing out chickens to make squawking noises during Trump's speech. If that's true, he's just really got no class at all. He's not even cute. He's really boring. And okay.
Kit, protect your savings from uncertainty.
Well, it's like I like Trump. I just can't vote for him right now. How's that? Until he gets back into 2016 mode. And the main reason why I'm not going to, I might do an absentee ballot, but I am not going to the polls. First of all, I have to be 6 hours away on election day, if you can believe that. I felt like asking the judge if she could just move the date so I can at least vote and then take my time to get there, just push it a week off. But I'm afraid to do that because I don't know what kind of judge she is. And my life is dependent on her right now. That's just personal shit.
Certainty today. All right, 2 minutes from the top of the hour as more people start coming in to the Libertarian National Convention. Day 3, it started on Thursday. They had speeches all throughout the day on Thursday, Friday, today, and then they'll close and conclude their conference tomorrow. This is the first time in about 50 years that a major party.
Could you tell me when the first time was, though? It's the first time in 50 years. Do I have to go and do a search on that?
Presidential
Wait.
candidate has spoken at the Libertarian
Who
National
was
Convention, so
that?
this is very historic.
Who was it? Ross Perot? What?
And we're eager to see what's going to take place tonight, because these people are very vocal about their.
She is okay, but it's just I can't with the accent. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just it's fine, but not. She needs to just maybe hire a speech therapist and just do it just a little differently. I'm sorry. Um, hmm, I don't even know. 50 years ago? I don't know. Was it Reagan? What? Who? What? Just don't. I don't have time for this. Kennedy. Oh, he's not gonna. That was just like AOL. That was a ha-ha speech with him looking down at the ground, sounding sick. It's apparently in chaos. It didn't look like it was in chaos. Did it look like it was in chaos? Booze and anti-Trump chants at Libertarian Convention. He was booed at his convention. Ramaswamy sucks ass anyway. Trump, RFK attacks Trump and Biden. No, he was looking at the ground, you know. He may face RFK, who, see what I'm saying? Why couldn't she have, at least, if she's going to say that, tell me who the hell it was so I don't have to spend, 15 hours looking. Okay. Let's see. 50 years ago. Was that Reagan? I don't know. Let's just. Oh boy. Why does everybody say it's been 50? Yeah. Okay. Time for choosing. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Well, let me tell. I think I just heard a gunshot. Let me tell you. Oh my god. I wouldn't tell that. It's just if you knew, like, I'm up kind of high and I've got there's a river downhill from here, and there's all kinds of shit going on the other side of that river. Okay. I have no idea who was who spoke at the Libertarian Convention. Here, let's do this. To speak. You know what I mean? This is like such bullshit. CNN, I'm not going to go on. Trump is the first Republican. I suppose we could go on this. I don't know. It's going to go onto a different screen. I don't know why it's doing this. Does anyone know? It just.
I gotta tell.
To go to the black community. Okay. We know that. See what I'm saying? Well, thank you for telling me that, Vanessa, but I have no idea. Could you finish that thought? Oh, I lost it.
Free Roger Ver. Free Julian Assange. Free Edward Snowden.
Well, this guy's doing PE days. Look at this. I bet he's in back doing them with Kennedy.
And then when you're done with that, balance the fucking budget. Bring our troops home. End the wars. No more proxy wars. No more.
I honestly am agreeing with all this.
Peace, prosperity, that is the future for America. That is what we need, and that is what we demand. Thank you.
Who is this guy? This is more my cup of tea. So perhaps I should change course. But I've been such a big supporter. But right now I feel like I'd be casting a vote for Mitt Romney. I am not going to cast a vote for McCain Palin or Romney Ryan. I'm just not. You have got to be kidding. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope something good you got out of this.